Necessary setbacks and hardships in the journey of life. Written by Xue Feng. Life has different levels. The more perfect a life is, the higher its dwelling space. The more flaws it has, the lower its dwelling space. We are born into the human world because we are flawed lives. For a flawed life to return to a higher life space, it must undergo certain necessary setbacks and hardships. By flawed life, I mainly refer to a life with debts. Whether in heaven or on earth, debts must be repaid. This is the law of the universe that dictates positive and negative energies must balance to zero. From this, we can understand that the main task of one's lifetime is to repay debts. When the debts are repaid, one returns to heaven. If they are not fully repaid, one must continue the cycle of reincarnation in the human world. If instead of repaying debts, one accumulates even more, and then one has no choice but to descend into a space lower than that of humans. The structure of human life is inherently equipped with selfishness. If a life had no selfish function, it would live forever in heaven. Because of selfishness, it is extremely difficult for humans to fully repay their debts. Thus, the Tao arranges setbacks and hardships through which debts are repaid. This is the fairness of the Tao, which is why we must understand that setbacks and hardships on the journey of life are necessary. As the saying goes, in 10 scenes of life, 8 or 9 do not go as one wishes. This means that out of 10 matters, 8 or 9 are unsatisfactory, and only 1 or 2 bring joy. A person who lives to 60, 70, or 80, when reflecting on the traces of past years, often sighs with regret. This is entirely normal. Even if given a chance to start over, there would still be many unsatisfactory events, for setbacks and hardships are unavoidable. They are arranged by the fairness of the Tao. Who would willingly become a pig? The issue is not a willingness, but necessity. When a person owns an enormous debt, the usual repayment paths are insufficient. Thus, they are arranged to become a pig, offering their blood, flesh, bones, and skin, even suffering slaughter to repay the debts before returning to human form once again. All things in the world follow constants, no matter the size of a circle smaller than a needle's eye or large enough to encompass the Milky Way. The ratio of its circumference to its diameter is always fixed. Likewise, every form of life, whether a bacterium, an earthworm, or a human, abides by constants. Even earth water, whether in the form of catastrophic floods or centuries of drought, has a fixed total amount. Thus, a person's lifetime food consumption is also a constant. If one consumes their total allotment by age 30, they will certainly face hunger and death. If one lives frugally, wasting not a grain of rice, then though their natural end might be 70, the conservation of their food allotment could extend their life. Setbacks and hardships follow the same principle. This is life's balancing mechanism For example, if a provincial governor embezzles 200 million, he might be imprisoned, struck with a terminal illness, driven to suicide, or suffer such misery that life feels worse than death. In any case, the mechanism of Tao ensures that life's constants remain rigorous and eternal. Flowers bloom and then wither. The tides rise and then recede. The moon teaches us that it is full only once a month. Its waning is the norm. Therefore, when facing hardships and setbacks, one must keep a calm heart, even a joyful heart, for they signify repayment of debt. Borrowing is easy, repayment is hard. Repayment involves suffering, yet no matter how painful, we must repay with joy. Setbacks and hardships are almost unavoidable, but they can be lightened to the extent one can bear. The best way to ease setbacks and hardships is through merit. The best way to accumulate merit is through selfless giving and dedication. There is no other path. When someone makes you unhappy, that too is a form of hardship. September 6, 2022.